my name's Ryan. I facilitated the screen printing workshop with Radical Design School, and today we're going to review some of the basics of screen printing, and we're going to screen print a few t-shirts. So here are our supplies. We have a screen, a squeegee, ink, and some clamps. This screen is an aluminum screen. It's pre-stretched. It already has the screen on it, but these are also quite costly. So some alternatives are wooden screens, which you can make yourself if you buy an old picture frame, peel off the canvas, and get some of the screen filament at an art store. Or you can buy the hinges for a screen, put it together yourself, and do the same with the screen filament. So screen printing evolves from stenciling. You can use a basic stencil like this one, or you can use an image that you've printed onto acetate like this one, coat your screen with emulsion, a light sensitive emulsion, with your image on top, which will protect the area that you want to leave open. Everything else will harden, but your image, because it's protected, will wash away and leave it open like a stencil so that you can print. So let's get started and do some printing and you can see how it works. We're going to start by doing a test print on some craft paper. So I'm going to slide it here onto the screen, trying to line it up with where the image is going to print. That looks good. Now I'm going to grab our ink here. It's an opaque ink, which is really great for dark colored fabric. This is a raspberry color, so let's see how this looks. I'm going to line a fairly even line, about an inch wide of ink above where the image we want to print is. And that looks pretty good. Then I'm going to grab our squeegee, and it's basically two passes. The first pass is called flooding, where you're really gently just trying to spread the ink. Then our second pass will actually apply pressure, pushing the ink through onto the paper. So here's us flooding the ink. And you can see, if you've done a good job, that the ink has kind of gone through all the parts of the image. So that looks good. Now I'm going to actually apply pressure to push the ink through onto the paper. Now let's take a look at our image. T-shirt in place under the screen, and you can also see that we have a board just to kind of help keep it flat. So this is a cutting board. You can use a piece of cardstock or whatever you want. I also have my trusty box here, which is really nice when you're printing on your own to keep the screen elevated so you can put your stuff underneath. So I'm going to lower the screen, keep that in place. I'm going to add a little more ink, even though we should be okay. And we're going to flood the screen again and then apply pressure to print. So you can see the image came out a little faint. Part of that is due to the way that we exposed this image. It wasn't exposed perfectly, but for me that's kind of the look that I was going for and I'm happy with it.